By the end of this video, you're gonna have the exact strategy that I would use to grow faster on TikTok right now. And if you're thinking you're too late, you're not, because it's actually easier to grow on TikTok right now than it ever has been before. And what's even better than a year ago or 2 years ago is that TikTok is finally paying creators. In fact, TikTok is paying creators thousands of dollars every single month, and all you have to do is have over 10,000 followers. So we need to get you there as quickly as humanly possible. And if you're struggling right now, don't worry, because this creator just went from struggling to grow on TikTok to gaining over 30,000 followers in just 30 days simply by implementing the steps I'm about to share with you. And this creator was able to do the same thing, except they gained over 50,000 followers. And the same thing can happen to you if you simply implement the 4-step blueprint I'm about to outline. Step number 1 is you need to recognize the type of content that TikTok actually pushes out. There are 3 types of content right now that they're pushing like crazy. The first one is going to be slideshow posts. The second is going to be green screen posts. And the third is going to be either really short posts, 5 to 7 seconds long, or content that's over 60 seconds long. And there's 2 reasons for this. 5 to 7 second long content typically gives somebody a dopamine hit and keeps them on TikTok. And then 60-second content actually keeps them on TikTok long enough for TikTok to be able to monetize that content. And that is why they're paying content creators to make content over 60 seconds long. But I don't want you to make the mistakes that I see so many creators make, which is that they get stuck making only 5 to 7 second content or only 60-second content, because how long your content should be is actually going to change depending on the topic of your content. But before I tell you about that, I need you to smash that subscribe button, because if you want to grow quicker on TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube, I literally upload a video every single day about how to grow on these platforms. In addition to that, I just created a free TikTok growth course. You can get it at the pinned comment below. It's going to share with you things like the best time to post on TikTok and the best hashtags to use. What are you waiting for? It's literally 100% free. Go to the pinned comment below and get into it right now. The next thing that you need to make sure that you're taking advantage of right now is recency bias, because TikTok doesn't only care about the topic of content you're creating or how long you keep people watching the content. They also want to know that your content is relevant. And there are 3 really easy ways for you to take advantage of this right now. The first one is going to have in your hook, get this done before the end of the year. For example, how to start affiliate marketing before the end of the year, how to lose 10 pounds before the end of the year, how to get your dream job before the end of the year, how to get that girl that you want before the end of the year, or whatever is relevant to your niche. The second thing is doing a 2024 update. The third is doing a warning. For example, you need to get this done before the end of the month or XYZ is going to happen. What does this do? 1, it increases the urgency that somebody actually watches your content. 2, it makes it way more relevant to the creator, and they understand that they need to watch this right now because it's an opportunity for right now. For example, a bunch of posts have been going crazy right now about drinks that Starbucks has coming out that will only be here for a limited period of time, or Amazon holiday finds that'll only be here for a limited time. You guys get the point. Posts that have some type of recency to it are going to do way better. And one of the easiest ways for you to be able to put this into your niche is not only seeing what the top content creators within your niche are doing right now, but you can go to the top content creators and then you could download the Sort by TikTok Chrome extension, and guess what you could do? You can then sort by your competitors' pages for their top posts, and then you need to do a version of that post that is for 2024, or for the beginning of next year, or for the end of this year. And what is that going to do? It's going to then take that topic, which clearly your target audience was interested in. It's going to add recency bias to it, and boom, this is going to help TikTok push out your content if you don't skip the next 2 steps I share with you, because they're by far the most important. If you're one of those content creators that wants to put in effort on TikTok but see a return on their investment by getting paid thousands of dollars a month from TikTok, you need to make sure you're doing these next 2 things, because if you don't, the odds of you getting paid by TikTok is actually going to fall off a cliff. And that first thing is that you need to make sure that you're actually posting on TikTok consistently. Now, before I say this, I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say, Rob, I don't have time to post on TikTok. Or you're gonna say, Rob, I look at big creators and they don't post a lot on TikTok. Both of those things are wrong. 1, I know that you do have time. Everybody's got time. Secondly, you need to make sure that you're actually making the best use of your time so that you're actually creating the best content. I'm going to share with you in just a second how you could do that, but for right now, you need to make sure that you're posting at least 1 to 2 times a day, or 3 to 4 times a day maximum. And there's 2 reasons you need to do this. 1, it's going to show your consistency to TikTok, and it's going to make TikTok need to push out your content. 2, it's going to make you a better content creator. Let me ask you a question. Would you try to walk onto an NFL team, or an NHL team, or an NBA team if you didn't practice? No. You wouldn't. So why do you think that you're gonna go viral on TikTok if you're not posting, and if you're not practicing, and if you're not getting better, and if you're not focusing on your tonality or what kind of content you're creating or what your audience is interested in? Well, I can tell you right now, you're not, which is why you need to make sure that you're posting consistently. Now, I do want to motivate you here. If you post consistently, you're going to get more views over time, and it's going to make TikTok more likely to push out your content. You need to think about the content game as being exponential. You might get a little bit of growth in the beginning, but then that growth is really going to take off. And the reason for this is because 5% of your posts are going to cause 95% of your growth. You just need to post enough to find out what that 5% of post is going to be, and that is when your TikTok's going to blow up and you're going to start to get paid a ton of money from TikTok if you implement this last tip. And that is that you need to make sure that you're not overcomplicating the content creation process. I see way too many creators overcomplicate this. Where you should be putting 99% of your effort is going to be in researching what people are actually interested in within your niche and into the hook of your video. If you focus on just those two things, the amount of views and the amount of followers that you're going to get are going to skyrocket, because most creators put 5% of their effort into that and put the majority of their effort into every other piece of the content. And guess what? That's why their posts don't do well, because they're missing the first step. Because if you don't get past that first step of doing the right research to know what your audience wants to see, or you putting a good hook in your content, well, then they're never going to see the rest of your content, because they're not going to start watching it from the get-go. And that is where most creators are going wrong. Now, if you're failing to grow on TikTok right now and you feel like you're not getting the growth that you want, it's because of one of two things. Either one, you don't know what to post on TikTok, or two, you don't actually know how to improve your content. And I want to solve both of those things for you. In fact, I want to tell you exactly what to post, when to post, what hashtags use to guarantee that you grow on TikTok in the next 30 days. And if that sounds interesting, well, please keep watching this video, because I've got a special offer for you. The opportunity to grow on TikTok and this organic reach that we're currently seeing is not going to last for forever. And the only two things holding you back from getting the followers that you deserve right now on TikTok and the followers that you want is, one, you haven't implemented the steps that I share with you in this video to help you get more followers, and two, you haven't gotten into my TikTok mentorship program yet, where I literally am going to guarantee that I help you get more followers in the next 30 days, or you get your money back, 0 questions asked. And the way that this works is I'm going to tell you exactly what to post, when to post, what hashtags to use to guarantee that you get more followers in the next 30 days. If that sounds interesting, then please go to the link in the description below and get signed up right now. The average person that's gone through this program has gained over 50,000 followers, and nobody has ever gone through it and gained less than 6,500 followers if they implemented everything that I share with them. And since you're still watching this video, I'm going to assume that you're above average. So the odds of you gaining over 50,000 followers is probably quite high. And it doesn't matter what your background is or what your niche is. This program is going to help you get more results faster and easier. If you're struggling right now to grow on TikTok, you need to get into this, because every single day that you wait, it's only going to get harder to grow. So what are you waiting for? Go to the link in the description below and sign up right now. You literally have absolutely nothing to lose. You're going to get more followers on TikTok, or you're going to get your money back. In fact, this creator just went through this program and gained over 10 million followers. This creator over 14 million, and this creator over 16 million. And I want you to be my next success story. So please stop procrastinating, invest in yourself now, and get the TikTok followers that ultimately you deserve. Or I strongly suggest you check out the next two videos I put up on the screen, because they're the videos YouTube thinks you should watch next. Thank you so much for watching.